Well, shalom from Galilee. I just wanted to congratulate Donald J. Trump for becoming the 45th President of the United States of America. And I wanted to congratulate the American people that woke up from their nightmare of the last 8 years and went to vote. There's a record number of evangelicals that went to vote. And not only that he won a landslide victory, but also the popular vote, which was attributed or was something that the media tried to say that Hillary Clinton still has, is of Donald Trump, which means that the American people have spoken beyond the actual voting, which I urge people to do in the last month or so. I believe that the fervent and the effective prayer of a righteous man avails much, as James 5:16 suggests. And I believe that it is not only the casting of the ballot that made the difference here, it is actually the prayers of the saints. I know that thousands of churches around America were open throughout the day for prayers, but let me warn you of something. In this I'm saying that knowing that most people already went to bed, and I hope that once they wake up in the morning, they will be able to not only watch this message, but also share it with as many as possible. The victory, yes, the victory has been achieved, but one of the most biggest dangers in life, and as we see in the scriptures, especially in the history of the people of Israel in biblical times, is when God answers prayers and the people get what they really want and get what they really need as God fulfills his side of the promise. Then the people turn very complacent, and then they go back to their comfort zone, and then they go back to their old ways. And this is, by the way, why I believe that the rapture has no date or an hour that we should know of, because we need to be ready at all time. But regarding what just happened, my biggest fear right now is that American evangelicals will think, okay, well, then God has spoken, God is on our side, everything is fine, and let's go back to the same old business of acting church and playing Christianity. I believe that God is looking for a repentance, and God is looking for true change in the hearts of the American people. I believe that the change has begun with the new president, a wonderful, godly vice president, and I believe a lot of good people around this team. But I must warn all of you that this is a dangerous, slopey precipice here. And why is it? Because if now everybody will go back to their old ways and there is no real change, then all of this was for nothing. I believe that God has granted the request of the people for one last chance. And I believe that he honored the millions of born-again, spirit-filled Americans that were on their knees asking and pleading and begging God for him to intervene and to stop that amazing avalanche of evil from coming on to America. But now comes the test. The test is, okay, I have given you what you wanted, what you asked for. I am going to stop that evil at your request. But what are you going to do about it? Throughout the history of Israel, this is exactly what Joshua said to the people right before they entered into the promised land. They are about to do the most amazing thing, historic night also for them right before they crossed the Jordan, entering into the promised land. And Joshua says, you're about to go into the promised land. You're about to get everything you were dreaming of after 40 years in the wilderness. And Joshua says, probably, the way I see things, you're going to get complacent. You're going to, just walk away from God. And then he says, but as for me in my household, we will serve the Lord. And my request from all of you today is that this new beginning, this new chapter, maybe in the history of America, will also be a new chapter in your own life, in your own walking with the Lord, of your family's life, of your church's life, of your community's life. This is the time to declare that as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. God gave us a glimpse of hope in that dark, dark presence of demonic activity in America right now. There is hope. I've said that for the last few weeks. Every time I was live, I said, chin up, smile, and vote, because a change can happen. I'm not a prophet. I often joke that I come from a non-profit organization. But I know that God listens to the prayers of the saints, and the fervent and effective prayer of the righteous man avails much. You cannot just think that casting the ballot is the only solution. The prayer before, throughout, and after probably are way more important than the actual casting of the ballot. Now, it's the test of the American people to see what they're about to do, and the American also leadership to see what they're about to do with that time of grace that God has granted them with. I must say that I'm looking at the big picture. As much as I want America to do well and be great again, which I do, I also must look at the big picture of Bible prophecy, and I look at the big picture of what's going to happen in the world, and the Middle East in particular, and Israel in particular. And I must say that the fact that Donald J. Trump is the 45th president of America doesn't mean that Isaiah 17 or Ezekiel 38 are not going to take place. In fact, rebuilding the nation of America right now, reconstructing that nation from the ashes of the destruction that was left by the previous administration, will require America to somehow go or fade out of international I would say focus and deal with its own problems, which, you know, it's a natural thing. I just believe that when I look at Ezekiel and I see the passive role of America, it's not necessarily because America hates Israel. In fact, America is going to criticize the people that are going to come up against Israel. But America will be dealing with America's issues. And this is what is going to happen right now. Globalists have lost. The people who believes that America should stay separated and take care of its own business, they have won, which is good, but it plays along with Bible prophecy, because I don't think America will be the police around the world anymore. I believe that America is going to strive for somehow becoming friends with its allies, but yet not being physically present in all the places where the allies of America are located. I'm not worried. I'm not afraid. I'm very, very encouraged to see that the will of the people was for righteousness to be restored in Washington, D.C. I'm very encouraged to see those things. I'm glad that the system lost and the people have won. But I must look at the whole picture, and I must say, if there was a time for the people of God to pray and intercede for not only America, but also for the whole situation around the world, and for the church to get ready, this is the time. God is giving the church in America right now a time of grace to regroup, to prepare, and to make the necessary arrangements and preparations for teaching the people that the time is running out. I believe that if pastors were a little bit afraid of speaking out the truth, they're not afraid anymore right now. Now it's time for them to do whatever it takes to tell the people the truth right of their face, get them to take things in their hands and change their lives. This is the right time. This is a high time, as Romans 13 says, high time to awake out of sleep, for now our salvation / redemption of the body is nearer than when we first believed. So let's not get intoxicated with success and joy and euphoria. Let's continue our prayer life even more fervently right now. And now, as God gave America another short period of grace, let's not waste that opportunity. Let's not throw it to the garbage and continue play church. Let's preach the truth from all the pulpits. Let's get the people ready, and let's be all about our Father's business right now. I want to remind you again that it starts with your household. It starts with you, your children, your family. Then it goes to your church and your neighborhood, goes to your town, and it goes to your working place, and it goes to the whole nation. You must declare right now, as in a sense you're going into your promised land, you must declare, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. So, I'm happy. This has been a great night. Wonderful outcome. Historic night. There's no doubt that the people have spoken. This is not Brexit. This is U.S. exit. But I want to put things in the right perspective. To whom much is given, much is also required from. And right now, as America was given a time of grace, this is the time to get serious with your walking with the Lord. As much as we're happy and rejoicing right now with, at least I do, I am not going to sit here and just give you a nice long schmooze of how great people are and to tap on people's shoulders. This is the right time, I believe, to get our act together and move forward. Move forward like never before. Now, we don't have that chip in our shoulder right now of Clinton and on all the globalists and all the terrible demonic presence in government. It's going to be gone shortly. But now people are running out of excuses. There you go. Now when you have, righteousness in a way being restored in government, then there is no more excuse for righteousness to not being restored in households, churches, towns, villages, cities, and states. So I want to encourage all of you. The people have spoken. The Lord listened to the prayers of the saints. The effective and fervent prayer of the righteous person avails much. And just as God listened to the prayers of the people and made that change possible, He's going to listen to your prayers for the change that has to happen in your own household, maybe in your own hearts. Maybe this message might be speaking to individuals. Maybe you're not ready. Maybe you're fooling around. Maybe you're not really, truly a born-again, spirit-filled. And God is giving you now a notice. God is giving you now some sort of what in football we say yellow card before the red comes out. Now it's a warning sign. I'm going to give you that grace, but you fix things up. As I said yesterday, and as I said before, God puts before us evil and good, death and life, and He's telling us, choose life. It's a choice that we need to make. And the choice that the people made as far as their president was respected and honored by God. Now, the choice that you must make regarding your own life, it will be even more respected and highly favored by the Lord. And so, there's going to be a lot of demonic manifestation from now on until the new president will take his seat in Pennsylvania Avenue in the White House. There will be a lot of problems, I believe, with riots and the side that is not willing to accept the will of the people. There will be some tough times ahead of you. I want to encourage all of you to continue being on your knees and pray for your nation, pray for your new elected president, and keep your eyes on Damascus and keep your eyes on what's going on in the Middle East, and lift up your head and look up, because as we can see, indeed, our redemption is drawing near. And even though there's a new administration shortly, if you remember when George W. Bush became new president after a terrible 8 years of the Clinton administration, after the White House has been desecrated often and multiple times, 9/11 took place during George W. Bush's time. So evil is around the corner, and it doesn't really choose, a bad president to manifest itself. And so the fact that there's maybe a new blood in the White House doesn't mean that evil is sitting back and not willing to show his true face. So, there will be more manifestations of those things, as Jesus himself said and promised to his disciples in Matthew 24, Luke 21, and Mark 13. So we have to continue to pray and be ready. And when he comes, may he find all of us doing our Father's business. Thank you for listening to the advice to go to vote, and thank you for listening to all the things that I've been sharing here. As I said a few days ago, the Lord really gave me that message, that almost prophecy from Ezekiel 34, that he will remove the unrighteous shepherd and he will restore things if people are going to go and do their duty and vote. And surely he did that. Even a few hours ago, just at the beginning of the election day, I was on the radio with an American radio station, and they asked me, who do you think is going to win? And I said, Donald Trump. And some people there said, we think Hillary Clinton, but we hope you're right. Well, I didn't have any doubt. And the reason why is because I knew that if the people will do their job, God will do his. And because this is the nature of God, he cannot tolerate evil. But he allows evil as long as people are asking for it and demand it, as we see in the Bible. So the people have spoken and God did his share, and now it's for us to do our share, not only in thanksgiving, but also in prayer and supplication. Keep writing to all of us, here in the ministry. I'm so happy to get emails from more than 40 different countries. Subscribe on our YouTube channel, Behold Israel. Keep, if you want to get our news update every week, just go to my Facebook or to Behold Israel Facebook and sign up for the newsletter. Instagram, Behold Israel, one word. You can follow me. And stay tuned. There's a lot that is going to happen. There's much that is already happening in the Middle East. I'm excited that I'm able to share it with you. And I don't want you to miss out with all the celebrations right now, what's going on. To the people around the world, besides the American people, thank you for, giving me the grace to speak directly to the American people first in regards to their elections. But for all of us, all around the world, this is a historical, of course, event, but also, as I said, it's time for us to be prepared, for our redemption indeed is drawing near. As I said, in a few weeks I will be traveling to Croatia in Europe, and I will continue next year much in Asia and also in Europe, America, Canada, and Mexico, There's a lot of stuff, a lot of interest, and a lot of people that wants to know what is really going on. Keep praying for our ministry. Keep praying for God's provision for the ministry to allow me to go and speak. And also keep us in prayers when it comes to the staff. We're a very small number of people. We're about 5-6 people that are having to deal with thousands of emails and things that are going on on a daily basis. We're also invite you to come along with me to Israel, so the Bible will come alive. We're having a special tour for young adults, for the college age people, because we believe in investing in that age group. I will release a promo video in about 10 days from now. We have tours in September and tours in December, and there's some spots still available. We will release the 2018 dates shortly. And I'm excited. I'm excited that not only people can hear what's going on, but also can come and behold Israel with their very eyes. And for those of you who cannot make it to Israel, we're going to bring Israel to you. We're about to start releasing Bible studies that I did earlier this year from locations around the Sea of Galilee in Jerusalem. Every couple of weeks there will be another site on YouTube, free of charge. You can watch not only the site itself, but also the study, the Bible study, a short one that I gave regarding things that happen right there. So for those of you who cannot make it to Israel, this is a great chance to be able to have Israel come to you wherever you are at. So God bless you. Thank you. Our email is info@beholdisrael.org. Keep writing. Stay in touch. We love you. And have a good night if you're in America, or in a blessed morning in Europe, in Asia. Thank you, and God bless, and shalom from Israel.